Hello, everybody out there. This is the one verse study for today, and it's still over the heart. And we're looking at Jeremiah 17:10, which is kind of the same thing that we were talking about yesterday in a way. But yesterday we were talking about the deceitful heart and how man's heart just is, not good, or women's. And that you need the Lord in your heart. Okay, and why is that? And that's what we're going to talk about today. Verse 10 says, I, the Lord, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doing. Okay, so he tries the reins, he tests the emotions, and he repays every man according to his ways. And also he allows you, he searches the heart, he knows your heart. He also allows you to do what you want. You can either choose free will or you can choose God's will. All right, so like in Romans 1, when it talks about God allowed them, gave them over to the reprobate heart, basically, and thoughts and actions that they choose to commit. God is a good husband, who doesn't force himself upon you. He is, a loving husband that allows us to do what we want, even to the point of adultery, right? I mean, that's what it says in the Bible. He constantly refers to Israel, which, is us too. It's ancient Israel, it's the Hebrew people, but it's also the Christian believers. Anyone who believes in Jesus is Israel to me. And that's why I say, a lot of times I know when I read the Old Testament that I put myself in the place, I put Ben in the place where it says Israel, and it makes a lot of sense about how you go through your day and your life and things like that. So, like adultery, even, he's such a good husband that he allows you to, if this is the path you choose to take, he allows you to go down it, even though it's destructive. And then if you come back, then he loves you no matter what in open arms, like a prodigal son and all of that, and it's because he searches your heart. And even when you do wrong things, he knows, your heart on the matter. And he loves you no matter what. Like I said before, John 5, all judgment's been given to Jesus. So God is just love now. God just loves you no matter what. He doesn't see your sin because he sees Jesus' righteousness. He chooses to see Jesus' righteousness on us. So we want to open our heart to the Lord so that he will search it and that he will be pleased with what he finds, and that our ways are the best we can to be his ways, and that because he has given us the instructions and the Bible to put in our hearts so that we can follow after him. So he doesn't have to search our heart so much and seek us, because we are seeking out to him, right? Because whoever diligently seeks him, that's who he seeks after also. So we want to be at the point to where he don't need to seek us so much, that we're already just there in constant communication, communion with God, with the Holy Ghost, and with Jesus, and constant talks to him. Not just on one day of the week, or not just for 30 minutes when you wake up or when you're just reading the Bible. You want to have constant communication going on with God and Jesus and the Holy Ghost, right? Okay. So and he knows, he knows the fruits of our doing. So he knows what our heart's desire is. He knows what we truly want inside. So if we truly want to do his will and to love everybody and to all these things and just put all of our faith in God and Jesus and the Holy Ghost, then he will allow that, and things will start working out for you. The peace that surpasses all understanding. All these things will fall into place for you a lot easier in your life. You will live a better life if you allow him to lead you and to guide you, okay, through the voice of the Holy Ghost, right? So that's what he wants. You, like I said, you could either choose free will or you could choose God's will. And you could choose free will and still be saved, and your life may be hard and kind of destructive, but if you choose God's will, you'll live much better, which is what he wants, because he loves us, because he's our father and husband and everything else all wrapped up, right? Okay, well, that's the one verse study. Hope you all enjoy it. God, wake and watch for Yeshua. God is love, and I love God. Amen.